As a young leader in the Wesleyan Church, what kind of leader do I want to follow? And I think if I'm really to reflect on that question, what kind of leader do I want to follow? The peers, the people that I run around with, the young pastors that I call on the phone and we dream together and we vision for the future. What kind of leader do we want to follow? It's not necessarily the person that has all the degrees. It's not necessarily the person that is the most eloquent by nature. We want to find somebody and we want to follow people that have been truly transformed by the majesty of Jesus Christ, where their nature, how they interact with people, the way they view their community, they're transparent about their process, they fully love the Lord, and they want to do everything they can to usher in the nature of Jesus Christ into their community. And the person that is that is somebody that's been truly transformed by Christ, and you can see it in every aspect of their life.
Am I magnetic? Am I a drawer? Are people drawn to me without any idea about Christ? And so for me, this is where the tension takes place, because how do I gain this confidence and this encouragement and this boldness to walk as a normal person in this world that doesn't necessarily have Christ on my forehead, but that is all about Christ, and draws those who would not be drawn to Christ because of lack of transparency, inauthenticity, because of experiences, but that are drawn to me as an individual because of who I am, and then find out that what's at the center of it is Christ. That tension is the thing that I think differentiates what authentic leadership is and authentic Christian leadership is.
How marvelous would that be if literally every person in our congregations just sought to have Jesus and the power of the Holy Spirit just constantly flow through them. And I think, you walk into the grocery store, it's different because you've walked in there. Yes. You've really taken Jesus in there. We begin to see that, I think, too, and realize, because that's God's plan. That's what he wants.
I just got back from Rwanda, and I spent a week over there. And in that country, as you recall, there was the 1994 genocide. And we were talking with a bishop over there and trying to ask how a country that's 94% Christian can go through a genocide. And he was very specific, and his first two answers were that the spiritual teachings had just gotten to a point where people were just kind of coasting. And every Western nation is in danger of that. And so holiness becomes so significant to prevent something that happened, like what happened over there. And secondly, getting to authentic leadership, he said there was not authentic leadership in the Christian community in Rwanda, but self-centered leadership. And whenever you have a sense of self-centeredness, that the Christianity is doing something for me as a leader, you're going to have people who see that right away. We just had St. Patrick's Day, right? Quote unquote, the 17th. Patrick wrote a prayer called the Lorica, and in it he asks that every person who sees him think of Christ, just by seeing him. That every person that hears him think of Christ, just by him speaking to them. Those are the things, to me, when I look back to the voices of 2,000 years of Christianity, there are great men who have showed us a way and said, you have to look more like Christ, and then they'll believe, and then they'll be thinking of you as authentic. I think that's the way to do it.